So my task this evening is to present a series of special awards to recipients that have had a profound influence on the success and functioning of the club. Just to recap, at our 30th anniversary ball, we announced the following outstanding service to the club awards. I'd just like to go through they were in our 30th ball. They were Tsamouras, Nick Thomas, Maria Zestis, Jim Pappas Sr., Connie Pappas, Greg Smith, Matthew Austin, Alan Thompson and Michael Allen. They were at our 30th. Now 10 years later, we'd like to acknowledge the following recipients. Our first recipient began playing for the club as a teenager in our first year, 1976, giving distinguished service as a player for a number of years. Then returned as a senior coach in 1998, playing a crucial role in the development of our youth and senior players, and at the same time guiding the teams in numerous under-19 and reserve grade premierships, as well as being the head coach in our 2007 grand final victory against Edgeworth. He now plays a vital role as our technical director of our youth NPL teams, a mentor for the boys, a proud Olympian, through and through. Our first award recipient from 2016 is Alex Tagorilis. Alex. Alex, there you are. Alex has also been found, he wears a lot of hats. He's also the lead singer in his band. The name escapes me, Shedmasters, how can I forget that? But Alex has been involved with the club from 76. Currently, he's got a very important role as our youth NPL director. Alex, would you like to come this way to your left? Thank you. So I'll get George to present the first Outstanding Service Award for 2016-40 to Alex Tagorilis. We'll get Alex to stand at the front and we'll start calling our next award winners. The year was 2000, the new millennium, and Hamilton Olympic were most fortunate to gain a new under-19 team manager, and Alex had a lot to do with this. He's the most vital cog in the functioning of our teams. He's our head team manager. The tasks that include ensuring all the boys are well hydrated, his famous ice blocks, the red frogs, strips washed, collecting gear that players often leave around. Tasks too many to mention. More importantly, he's a mentor, a happy face, when at times everyone needs a lift. Now entering his 17th year as team manager, our next award winner is Outstanding Services, Brett Tyrrell. Where are you, Brett? Brett usually entertains crowds when he's red nose on today. I'm on stage. Oh, Brett. He really is an amazing person to have around the club. It's hard to describe what he does. No club can survive without sponsors, as we know. As you've heard from George, who spoke previously, and you can see from the program at our board, we are very lucky in that respect. But in the early days, when we were in the lower divisions, it wasn't easy to find loyal sponsors. But Olympic, we were very lucky. From humble beginnings in Hamilton in 1980 to when the family visitors were sold just recently in 2014, as one of the largest food service companies in the north, Babina and the late Costa Andreu and all the family were long and loyal major sponsors of Hamilton Olympic for well over 20 years. And I'd like to call upon a representative, Anne Sam from Babina. It has been sold, but they're very dear to our hearts. And I would like, if a representative for Babina, Nick, Dan, another family-owned company, modest beginnings, and now it's one of the largest smash repair businesses in northern New South Wales. Steve Curl Smash Repairs. I've also been associated with the club as a major sponsor for over 20 years, with great loyalty and assistance in that period. Unfortunately, founder Steve Curl has passed away only a few weeks ago, and all of the club have taken my our condolences to the Curl family. I would now like to ask George, the manager of Steve Curl Smash Repairs, if you wouldn't mind coming up and just receive a little token of our appreciation for their long years. We're nearly there. Players come and go. That's the nature of the sport that we're in. However, loyalty does fortunately crop up, and the next two awards signify that loyalty. Having played over 200 games for Hamilton Olympic, 187 in first grade, played in 5 winning grand final teams, certainly one of the most talented and skillful players that have been associated with the club. A favourite with supporters, also a favourite with the referees. Our next award winner is none other than Trent Austin. Trent and Carly have recently become parents, and I know that would have probably settled Trent down. I'm sure he has early nights, put the baby to bed, change the nappies. Trent won his first premiership in 1998 as an 18-year-old and continued winning in 1999, 2000, 2001 and 2007. 5 grand finals. Another lot of play featuring a total of 165 games, 127 in first grade. Member of the second grade grand final team in 1998, then elevated to first grade, winning titles in 1999, 2000, 2001 and 2007. Possessing elegant ball skills, playing with the club for a period of over 10 years. Our final award winner for the 40th anniversary ball is Corey Felicevic Flipper. Must be in the genes. Corey's son Clay plays in our under 8s. He's also a very talented footballer and showing great promise, and hopefully following in his dad's footsteps. And if we just want to have, we'll have one more final award, but what I'll try to get these guys, they just want to get them all together in photo. Boys and mate.
Yeah, Nick, you didn't make a speech, mate. No one else.
Squeezing, boys. And team, Sir serving with a friendly nature, also a hard work committee member, making a famous lolly bags, clearing up after functions, not frightened to give her opinions on football related and political matters. Our sixth and most worthy life member of Hamilton is Bethany Batsan. So we've got the big press on the notes here. Number 6, Bethany Batsan.
For Hamilton Olympic.
Good question.
Yeah, shush.
I guess it starts with my wife who's sitting out there. My wife's from here, from Newcastle. And yeah, we made a decision recently to look to settle down here. I've come back to spend some time with her family the last few years, and each time I've grown to love Newcastle more and more. And we've got a little boy now, and we just think it's a perfect place to start. I guess settling down and raising him and maybe a few more kids later. We'll see. But yeah, it's a great place, and for us to settle down and have a family, and through that, through our friends, with our family friends sitting at the table down there, a lot of Greek boys. Mate, I've had no choice, no other option but to come up to Olympic.
Good answer. Mate, you've played more than 150 A-League games for Perth Glory and Wellington Phoenix, and you've also played at several clubs in England and also in India. Tell us about your journey around.
Funnily enough, my career first began at a club called Wellington Olympic, based in obviously New Zealand, where I'm from, and really, I guess, similar atmosphere, obviously the same culture, but a Greek club based in New Zealand, and that's where I started. Went through high school and eventually went to the UK. Obviously no professional football in New Zealand at the time, and that's all I wanted to do. I wasn't a good student.
Good student of the game, though.
Yeah, I just seemed to love kicking the ball around, and that's all I knew I wanted to do. And to pursue that, I had to head overseas. And yeah, the UK was the first, I guess, port of call, and I ended up staying there for a few years and moving around, coming back when the A-League started up, coming back to Perth, and then back to the Phoenix. So yeah, it was, I guess, a full circle.
What about your experience in India?